Hey leaders! Today's Leadership Quick Tip is all about the slippery slope between inspiration and motivation and where we should be living as leaders. Let's get something out of the way. Leaders need to stop trying to inspire their teams. I know this sounds weird, but often trying to inspire somebody comes out of this awkward place of self-promotion, and that's just not where motivation comes from. Let me explain. So I've already said leaders shouldn't necessarily try to be inspirational, but it is still possible to be an inspiration. It just might not be in the way that we might assume. Let's break it down. Truly being an inspirational leader can really only happen in two ways. The first is living a life that is inspirational. That might sound easy, but it's definitely not. It literally means that you are out there doing things that most people wish they were doing or don't have the discipline to do. You're making life happen. You're living a life that is aspirational. Maybe that means that you devote your personal resources to causes that matter to you. Maybe you have hobbies and are intentional about a personal craft. Or you surround yourself with others who are also living ambitious, generous, and meaningful lives. But here's the thing. You're also not talking about it constantly. You're just doing. People will be able to discern whether you are the real deal by your actions, period. The second way a leader can be inspirational is by being intentional about helping your team members discover and connect with their own unique motivation. Here's why this is so important. Have you ever watched a movie and it really struck a heartstring? Like it super impacted you and maybe made you find a little bit more understanding and want to make some changes in your life. For example, when I watch Game Changers, a documentary about vegetarians performing better than those who eat meat, I was inspired to go plant-based. And for a week, maybe two, I was pretty conscious about what I put in my body. But then I went back to my carnivorous meat-eating ways because I hadn't connected it with something deeper, something more personal for myself. I'm not an athlete. I'm not concerned about my performance. So it was only inspirational for so long. Now say I was an athlete looking to enhance my performance and then somebody came to me and presented this magical information. I would be personally motivated to stick to this. I'd try it, see results, and because I was someone who tracked them, I would continue. Genuine motivation has to come from an intrinsic place. Leaders who help their team members get in touch with that are the most inspirational leaders one can find. But when leaders are telling all of their own life stories to try to inspire to do things others are not personally motivated to do, they're just wasting their breath and probably boring their team members. Have I told you about the time that I was in the middle of a show and half of my drum set fell off the stage? I have. Got it. So leaders need to stop trying to inspire their team members. They need to actually get to know them and learn what's important to them to find the unique things that will motivate them to want to tap into their potential. You can give them different projects to try to see if they uncover something that they didn't even know about themselves. And if they don't, pivot. Leaders should be talking about themselves maybe 10 to 15% of the time to add context, perspective, and maybe a relevant story. But majority of the time, they should be taking their team member on a journey of self-discovery. And once you both uncover somebody's unique motivation and they're excited and ready to put in great work, help remove the potential obstacles in their way so that they can get to the results they were hoping for and are motivated to continue. So be an inspirational leader by finding your own motivation and living it out for yourself, as well as helping team members discover and pursue their own untapped potential. That's your leadership.